What happens when honor turns into hatred and ring icons start swinging fists off camera? This ain't just beef, it's real. Canelo Alvarez knocked out Terence "Bud" Crawford on tape with one nasty shot, and fans thought it ended there. Nope, it just began. Terence Crawford finally spoke out from his hospital room, bruised, stitched, but still fiery. And Bud says, "This ain't business now, it's revenge." You're about to witness the most dangerous grudge match boxing has seen in a long time.
Crawford is not a small brother in this fight. Crawford looks like a physical threat to Canelo. If we're looking at it 1-to-1, this is a dangerous fight. I'm telling you all, we can't deny that there is a more level ground when we look at them face to face now, with the physical aspect of this fight being the most dominant aspect of why people feel Canelo would win. I'm saying that now we have to reevaluate this. It's not as far off as we may believe.
Let's get straight to it. Just rewind 3 days when chaos broke out backstage at a charity event in Vegas. It was meant to be smooth. Canelo was doing media. Bud passed by with his crew. Then they locked eyes and the vibe instantly shifted.
Is there anything that scares you, Canelo Alvarez? What frightens you?
Nothing about boxing.
No.
This is what I love.
Yeah.
So.
No gloves, no bodyguards, fast enough, just Canelo Alvarez exploding with a crisp punch to Crawford's face. It got filmed. TMZ blasted it out. And in seconds, the entire internet blew up like wildfire across every platform.
Things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw.
Crawford was done laid out cold, lifted away by his team. A pound-for-pound champ, dropped by a punch outside the ropes. But this wasn't random. Canelo reached his limit. Bud had been mocking him, saying he ducked big names and cherry-picked guys.
On the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Yeah, I know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it on the streets. Me against anybody. I ain't never gonna say another man gonna whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
Those comments hit hard when you're aiming at a 4-division champ like Canelo, who's carried boxing since Floyd stepped back. So when they finally ran into each other backstage, Canelo made sure he didn't hold back anything at all.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to maybe Turkey Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't win me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. You watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
He pissed me off.
Orbital.
He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be almost the same.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Now from his hospital bed, Crawford says this ain't friendly beef anymore. It got real, and he swears Canelo will pay. Sources close to Bud say the punch broke his orbital bone, gave him a concussion, but Crawford's not backing down. He's locked in.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. It's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass.
Like, yes, man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
People forget this feud's been brewing for years. Back in 2021, Bud said Canelo was avoiding black fighters. It went viral. Canelo clapped back. I fight who's in front of me. Still, the bad blood between them clearly never cooled off at all.
The only fighter in boxing that I will say is not ducking anyone in terms of weight, class, title, and most importantly, race. I'm not buying that for Canelo. No, I don't agree with it.
Yo, my dude, I gotta give you this is a commendable moment, my dude. No, I gotta give you your props because I was almost sure that you was gonna be on the other side of the fence talking about Canelo Alvarez is absolutely avoiding some very slick and skillful black fighters. Now, with that being said, I do think he's being strategic, and I do think there are some fighters who are so skillful, but they don't bring the bag the way they need to.
Yes.
So I think it's more so risk reward.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about like I can't beat this guy. It's more so like if I do fight this guy, what am I really gaining?
That's fact.
So I'm right there with you. I don't think it has to do with black fighters per se. I think he's just being strategic in the people that he's picking, just like you.
Then, Bud rose, undefeated, beating Spence and silencing critics. Meanwhile, folks claimed Canelo started dodging killers. Fans pushed hard for him versus Bud, but Canelo brushed it off, said Crawford was too small. But that punch says he felt the threat.
So even though you see a small fighter, when you look in his eyes, do you see a fighter that could possibly beat you?
No, never. Never.
This is boxing, so people are saying it's fake that the punch was staged, like a Tyson or Jake Paul style stunt to sell tickets. But many believe there's way more to it than just promoting another pay-per-view cash grab gimmick.
Is it true that you made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people.
Well, that is so
It's all downhill
crazy.
from here.
No, for sure.
I peaked.
But here's the truth. This ain't just some show. This is for real. Canelo doesn't fake fights. If they staged that hit, both deserve Oscars. But the chaos, the guards rushing in, the rage on Canelo's face, yeah, this fight's very real.
But what if Canelo shoves you again in this press conference?
I'm crying like a baby.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
The pressure's insane. Canelo's trying to prove he's still the man in boxing, but he's not acting like the usual cool-headed champ. He's throwing punches in public. That's not control, it's frustration. Crawford's focused. Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
And of course, look, you've accomplished everything. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer. You've been undisputed now in 2 weight classes. This would give you an undisputed championship in the 3rd weight class. But not just that, you're fighting an all-time great, and you know that the credit's gonna go to you if you beat a guy like Canelo Alvarez at 168. Is that why you want it?
Well, when I beat him.
When you beat him?
Definitely. The stakes is high. It's high risk, high reward type of fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
When would you say, from memory, that you first thought this fight was a real possibility, that you started thinking about this fight actually happening?
Well, I started thinking about it, a couple of years ago when they started talking about Spence fighting Canelo. Then just, sizing him up, like, all right, how tall is he? How long his arms and things like that. Just sizing him up like that and going to his fights and things like that. And when you walk out the ring, I'm looking at him like, all that big, so me talking with Turkey and Turkey not wanting to fight. And me like, yeah, this is the fight that I want, being that, you know, he's the last great fighter of our era. You know, that's just like, you know what I mean, me fighting a Pacquiao, Mayweather, De La Hoya, and things like that. So that's why I want to fight.
Through all this, Crawford's kept calm, serious, sharp, and fired up by that hit. He didn't fold. It only fueled him. What the world saw as insult, Bud took as fuel. He's stepping into danger. Canelo's been crushing beasts at 168 and even 175.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov is a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Crawford started at lightweight 135 pounds. Think about that. Now he's aiming 3 weight classes higher than where his career began. That's a huge leap from where he once ruled with speed and technique.
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
A lot of experts are concerned. They wonder what happens if Crawford eats a clean body shot or uppercut from Canelo. This ain't Spence or Porter. This is Canelo, the Mexican powerhouse with KO power in both fists.
It is my biggest concern when it comes to Terence Bud Crawford when people, for some reason, keep mistakenly comparing him to Floyd Mayweather when it comes to being an elusive fighter. Terence Crawford and Boots Ennis has a similar approach to boxing. They are boxer punchers, and it's because Terence Crawford was too big and too strong for most of the opponents. He was too athletic, too. Foot speed, hand speed, just too accurate. Physically, probably the best athlete in the boxing world. He does the same thing, which is why he's been dropped, which is why he's been rocked, which is why he gets hit a lot with consecutive punches. You saw him get Madrimov, you saw him get David Hanif. You saw the type of punches he was getting landed on from Showtime Sean Porter, right? Because he's used to bullying cats. And that's what I'm concerned about with him versus Canelo Alvarez.
But here's the key. Will Bud's elite skills and brains still shine at 168? Or will this weight class be the one that finally proves too heavy for him to conquer?
Terence Crawford is at 1 fight above 147 pounds, and everyone, including Terence Crawford, will tell you that was not his finest performance against Israel Madrimov. He is older than Canelo. He is coming up in weight. He's coming off a long layoff. I can't look at Canelo Williams' school and say, you know what? Canelo is too far in a decline to beat Terence Crawford. Not until I've seen what Terence Crawford looks like at 168 pounds.
No, same here. Even though we could see Canelo Alvarez diminishing, we're still going to favor him because he's been in there with the bigger, stronger men. Crawford's not going to be able to hurt him. Crawford will be able to pepper him up, win rounds. Like I tell you, I have an image of Canelo Alvarez after the fight. He's going to be bloodied and bruised because he's going to get pot-shotted. He's going to throw 2-3 punches, pepper him up, and then get an angle. Then once Canelo starts realizing I'm falling behind here or I'm getting hit too much, I got to do something got to do something great, that's when Crawford's going to have to get on his fight.
If Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, or you really think that he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
I always try to respect my opponents, and I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Al-Rashid told him you need to do something, and he did. And now before I respect his word because he say, oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do, and he did. So, but you know me. I respect everybody, but if you with me, so it's gonna be different.
Terence, is that true? Did Turki Al-Rashid ask you to spice things up?
Turkey didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
I ain't scared of shit, and you're gonna find that out. As you seen, the last press conference.
We'll see.
When I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September